Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to talk about this 60-inch snap-on Epiq toolbox. So as some of you may have seen in a community post about, say about 2-3 weeks ago now, you saw that I bought another snap-on toolbox. Bought this beautiful 60-inch Epiq. We've got the 60-inch Epiq roll cab, stainless steel top, and work center. No automatic light in the work center yet, but like my 84-inch Epiq has, but if I decide to keep this toolbox, I'll probably be adding it. So, when I posted about buying the toolbox, I got mixed feedback on Instagram and on the YouTube community page. I got a lot of congratulations from people, also got a lot of hate from people. Let's see, what were some of the comments? Waste of money. You could have built a shop for what you paid for that Snap-on toolbox. Snap-on is a joke. Snap-on is a waste of money. So on and so forth to the tune of that. Love the fact that people care that much about what I spend my money on or how I spend my money. But the funniest thing is, none of y'all know how much I paid for it because I didn't tell anyone on Instagram post or the YouTube community post how much I paid for this box. I did not buy the box brand new. I bought it used. I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. I found the box down at the south of Georgia. It was near the Georgia-Florida line. I drove a 14-ish hour round trip to pick this thing up in a F550 rollback. Not the funnest trip, but hey, it was worth it. So the big question, how much money did I spend on the toolbox? I got the entire shebang, as you see it, for a whopping $2,500. Yep, $2,500. You heard that right. Not $16,000, not $14,000, which is, I think, about what the actual retail price of this toolbox is, $2,500. So, sounds like too good of a deal to be true, right? I thought the same thing, and being a Snap-on dealer for 4 years, I know that normally when you find too good of a deal to be true, there's normally a hitch, especially on toolboxes when they're for sale on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, etc. There are so many times I've had customers that owed me on a toolbox or were financing a toolbox, and they would quit the job, leave the job, disconnect the phone, all kinds of things would happen. I could not get in touch with them. I could not get their payments, and I was out of box and thousands of dollars. I would scour Craigslist. I would scour Facebook every night. I had a couple of prepaid phones I used to contact these people by, and 9 times out of 10, I got my toolbox back, was able to repossess it on the credit sales, but sometimes they got away with it, and that was just a part of the job that sucked. Because when that happens and it's a credit sale, the dealer is charged back from Snap-on Credit the amount that is owed on the toolbox. So Snap-on dealers are liable. They are the judge, jury, and executioner, so to say. They're the salesman, they're the bill collector, and they're the repo man. And they also bear the brunt of you running out on your credit payment and not holding up your deal of the documents you signed and the agreed purchase you made. But aside from that, I thought, this thing is too good to be true. This is too good of a price. So the fellow that was selling it, I asked him, for a lot of pictures. One, because I'm not driving 7 hours to look at a box with 2 pictures. I wanted to see every angle of it I could. And he also sent me the serial number and the model number. So called Snap-on Credit as soon as I got the serial number. Told him, hey, I'm looking at the toolbox. Run these 2 serial numbers. See if his account is paid in full. I wanted to make sure the account was paid in full and the box was clean and clear. I didn't want to go down there and buy a toolbox that was owed on and have Snap-on or an angry dealer calling me up later to take the box from me. So called Snap-on Credit, gave them all the information. They came back, said, yep, account's been paid for, it's good to go. So gassed up the rollback and sat out. So a lot of you were asking, well, why buy another Snap-on toolbox? They're so expensive. They're not worth the money. They absolutely are worth the money, and I'll show you a couple reasons why. With the launch of the Icon toolboxes recently, I actually had a couple of people say, well, you could have bought an Icon toolbox and saved money. Well, the Icon box they've got out right now, I think, is a 58-inch and a 72 or 74-inch. And if I recall correctly, they're only about 22, 24 inches deep. The Snap-on Epiq series toolbox is 30 inches deep. This is the 60-inch box, which is the smallest Epiq series box they make. Let me rephrase that, the smallest roll cab they make. We do have the Snap-on Epiq Sidekick roll cart, and they have an Epiq series work center, which is like a smaller roll cart. Then they have the 68-inch Epiq and the 84-inch. They used to have a 70-something inch box, but they discontinued it out of the line. Then from there you have the 120 Epiq, which is two 60s basically welded together. Then you have the 144, which is the Mr. Big, which is 12-foot long box. So, one reason I love the Epiq series toolboxes, the height. For someone that's like me and 6'3", 6'4", depending on how I feel that day, it is the right working height for me, where I'm not stooped down and leaning down, which I do enough of that in engine bays and everything else. Being tall and working on cars really sucks, especially on your back and your knees. So one reason I love the Snap-on Epiqs is because of the height of it. I'm already used to my 84-inch, love it. I don't have it at the shop right now, but hopefully I'll get it here soon. The other thing I love about it is the drawer pulls. One, the whole design of the front. The whole front's flush and flat. There's no edges coming out like the Master Series, Classic Series, and other toolbox manufacturers, where the top of the drawer has a ledge that pokes out that collects dust. So it's not a dust grabber where you have to constantly be wiping it down and cleaning it up. Two, the drawer pulls are recessed. So when you're grabbing your toolbox to open it, 9 times out of 10 you got dirty gloves or greasy, dirty hands. Well, most of the time you got black thumbprints on top of your drawer from opening it, and you got smudges on the drawer face here and everything else. With the Snap-on Epiq series, they have what they call their impulse drawer pulls, where basically you reach in and under to lift up to open the drawer. So all that greasy fingerprints and everything is going to be on the inside of this drawer pull and won't be on the face of your toolbox where you're not cleaning it as much. Let me go ahead and unlock it real quick. So one other nice thing about the impulse drawer that I like, other than the fact that you just lift up to open the front, whereas the Snap-on Master Series, Classic Series, and the lower models have what they call the lock and roll, latch and roll system, where it's a plastic set of clips basically under here on a rail. You reach in and you slide those clips to the side, and it unlocks one side of the drawer and pulls it open. It only locks on one side of the drawer with that system. With the impulse, you've got a latch on either side of the drawer to lock it. Another thing with the impulse drawer that I like is no matter where you grab the front of the drawer, it always requires the same effort to open it. So, that said, this is what I mean. It doesn't matter if I grab it here and pull, here and pull, or here with my pinky and pull. It's the same effort to open that drawer no matter where you're grabbing it, even when it's loaded down with tools. Another big thing is the strength of these boxes. Snap-on toolboxes have been known for years to be some of the strongest on the market, if not the strongest on the market. Well, at least from the tool trucks. I don't know about independents and offshoots and custom toolboxes and things like that. I'm talking about basically the big 3. I say big 3, but it's actually 4 if you count Cornwell, but I don't count Cornwell because Cornwell really doesn't exist much anymore, not that I find. Another thing, the capacity of these drawers is insane. I've seen a lot of the videos on people that have the new Icon toolboxes, and they demonstrate the strength of the drawers by standing in the drawers. Well, Snap-on dealers have been standing in toolboxes for years and years to show off the strength of the drawers. So we'll pull out this bottom drawer real quick. I'll fold back my drawer liner because I just cleaned all this. The bottom drawer does have 2 sets of slides on it. I can step into the drawer, no issues. I'm about 200 pounds, between 190 and 200. No issues whatsoever, no flex, no worries. Stood in tons and tons of toolbox drawers on my truck to show them off to customers. So standing in the bottom drawer, the top drawer is not a big feat because most of those have double slides on either side. What no one I saw with the icon boxes were doing, or anyone else was doing, was standing on this little baby narrow single runner drawer. The slides on these things are insane. The strip for the drawers on these things are insane. I'm not going to step on it because I can't step that high because I'm kind of brittle, but we're going to get up here anyway. It's still my body weight. And I'm here on this little itty bitty 2-inch drawer. All 200 pounds of me. And I can slide in and out just fine. No binding, no issues, no flex, no cracking, no creaking, no bending, no falling apart. That is the Snap-on difference. Yeah, I kind of do sound like a Snap-on dealer still, don't I? But yeah, that's the Toolbox, and that's why I went on a crazy 14-hour round trip to pick up the Toolbox. It was well worth the $2,500 I spent on it. I don't know if I'm going to keep the box or not because I honestly don't need 60 more inches of room. I already have an 84-inch Epiq, but it's pretty full. So, plans are either to bring the 84-inch up here and butt it up and bolt it to the side of this 60 and make my own Mr. Big 144-inch 12-foot toolbox. Or I'm going to mark this up a little bit and sell it on Facebook. I've already got it for sale. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, great. I'll keep it. I don't really care. So just a quick little overview and video on this. And like I said, don't understand why everyone, well, not everyone, I don't understand why there was so much hate. And so I don't understand, period, why there's so much hate against Snap-on. That's another video. But the fact that people were hating on me buying a Snap-on toolbox without even knowing how much I paid for it. And, you know, worrying about how I spend my money. So that was just a quick little look at this Snap-on Epiq toolbox I picked up the other week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.